Hi, this is Janet from Try It Like It, Create It. This card is one that I created for a challenge with the AFCI designers who attended the Creativation 2019. To start off, I used metallic ink and clementine ink from Simon Says Stamps, along with the Tim Holtz stencil with the circles. I used a cosmetic sponge to apply the stencil in randomly placed, layering the circular shapes. Then I used the gold marker from Faber-Castell to add some swirls as well as just dots all over the card surface. Then I used the Spectrum Noir marker. Using the dark end of the marker, I drew on my cutting mat, and with a wet cosmetic sponge, I picked up the ink and then applied it to the corners of the card. Here I'm using the stamp pad, this stamp from Tim Holtz, and I've applied a gold ink to it and then stamped the top and the bottom edge of the card. The card stock also came from Simon Says Stamps. I set that aside and then took another piece of the card stock from Simon Says Stamp and cut it in half, so I'm just using one part of it, and then I'm going to die cut it with this shape that came from Honeybee. After that was cut out, I used the Faber-Castell marker in the darkest color and went around the edge of that die cut. Then using the Tim Holtz stencil just as the outer edge to line the card stock, I used the gold Faber-Castell marker again to go around the edge. Then I sprayed the card stock with the iZink dye. This was not part of the swag bag, however they were at Creativation. I set that aside to dry, and that will be a raised element, and to do that I'm using this foam tape from Scrapbook Adhesives. I had a little bit of extra at the bottom of their die cut shapes, and so I cut that off with a scissor, and I'm using that as the elements to raise up the cardstock on the card. Using this die cut from Honeybee, I cut out the word shine from Rhinea foil paper as well as 2 more layers of cardstock. Putting those layers together, I used the Ultra Bond adhesive to layer those pieces of paper together. I set that aside, and then I worked on the envelope. This is a Simon Says Stamp envelope in bronze. I stamped it again with the same rubber stamp. I tried silver ink, it didn't show up very well. I tried gold, it didn't show up very well, and what is showing up here is a white textile medium that I applied to the stamp and then stamped it onto the envelope, and then the little dots are scribbles in gold. This is the finished card, so you can see all the elements put together, showing you a close-up of the edge, and you can see that the sparkle from all the different elements, as well as a close-up of the rubber stamp image along the edge of the bottom of the card. Here's a close-up showing you the depth of all the paper layers, and then this is the final product. Hope you enjoyed taking a look at my project. Don't forget to look at all the other projects that are made by other designers in this challenge. And I wanted to thank all the different companies that provided materials for this challenge. Thanks again. Hope to see you again on my channel. If you like this, click the thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe.